Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speedrunning video. So in today's video, as you can probably tell from the title, I'm going to be making a student apartment slash student flat. Now I really wanted to do this because recently I've actually been looking at student flats and apartments for myself, as I am a student, and luckily I have actually found somewhere which I'm really excited about, but this is not what this video is about, so I'm not going to talk about that at all. But because I have been looking at so many different ones, I really wanted to build kind of like a student flat in the game. And there's this one apartment in, I don't even know what district it is, but if you look in the top left corner you will see the name of the apartment. And I've looked at this apartment so many times and I've never known how to actually just build an apartment in it, because it's such an awkward shape and I've always just struggled with it. And I just kind of played around with the floor plan for a little bit, and then I kind of figured out what I wanted to do, and I just kind of felt like this apartment would be really ideal for a student. It's such a kind of small confined space, and I just felt like maybe if you've got a sim in your game that has just aged up from a teenager and they're kind of looking for somewhere to live, that this could possibly be a really ideal place for them to come and just spend their first bit of adult life. Or maybe if you've got a mod that kind of acts as if you can have university in your game, then this would be a place for your sims to live as well. Or maybe if we do ever get university, which I really hope that we do, this could also be a place for your sims to live. It's just kind of got so many different possibilities. Or maybe you just kind of want this apartment for your sim in general. It doesn't have to be a student, but I just kind of had that in mind when I was building this, and I've just been so inspired to build something like this recently. That's why I decided to make it today's video. But as you can kind of see, I've already started furnishing, and I started off with the kitchen. So in the kitchen I use the Jungle Adventure counters, as well as some Jungle Adventure kitchen stove and fridge, and I just really like the way that these looked. And in a minute I'm actually going to change the wallpaper in the back, because throughout the whole apartment, apart from the bedroom, I believe I do a different colour wallpaper in the bedroom. I can't actually remember, but for this area of the apartment it's all white walls, and I just kind of felt like it needed to kind of have a little bit of a breakup, and so I decided to use the Parenthood tile just as kind of like a backsplash, and I really do like it. But now I'm moving on and I'm just doing a little lounge room. So the one thing with this apartment is there is an outline of kind of like a dead sim on the floor, and you cannot get rid of it. It's kind of like one of them apartments where it's got the historical paintings, you cannot delete it. And that is one thing that has also made me kind of like put me off doing this apartment, because I've never known how to kind of disguise that outline of a sim. And so that's why I decided to kind of make the TV area just as you walk in through the front door and over that little outline, because that way then I could put a little rug underneath it or over on top of it, and then it kind of covers it, and so you won't actually see it. But in the little TV area, we obviously do just have a TV. We also have a gaming console, because I felt like if you have a student living here, it's probably very necessary that they'd want to play some games quite a lot. And so I added one of them, as well as one of the Lindsay speakers. And then I just cluttered the rest up with some plants and picture frames and just kind of general clutter to make it look a little bit more lived in. There is also a dining room or kind of like a dining space in this apartment. So even though this apartment can only really be for max 2 sims, there is a double bed in the bedroom. So you can have 2 or 1 sims live here, but I really wanted the dining space to kind of have more chairs, because I was kind of thinking that the possibility that your sim that lives here maybe cooks a lot and they wanted to have their friends over for dinner parties and all that kind of stuff. And so in that kind of little space I did use I believe it's a cats and dogs table, and then I used some laundry day chairs, and there is 4 chairs. And so if you want multiple sims to come over for some dinner parties, or if you just want some more space for your sims to kind of invite other friends around, or maybe they're other students and they wanted to study somewhere, I just really wanted there to be more chairs in this apartment than just 1 or 2. And so I did just add that little dining space. But now I'm actually moving on, and I've just started off doing this little study area. So I was kind of thinking, if a student would be living here, they would need somewhere to kind of practice for their exams and start like studying and reading and all that. And I really wanted to have kind of like a separated study space. And so in this apartment, the way I did the floor plan, there was kind of like this really nice little nook, and I just thought it would be so perfect just to kind of be a place for your sims to go and play some games on the computer, or maybe do some research on their topics that they're studying or whatever. I just absolutely love this little area, and it is actually my favorite area of the build. So as you can kind of see, I am just cluttering up a load of shelves with so many different objects. I really wanted to give the illusion that it was a very lived in apartment, and I kind of wanted to go for more younger kind of decor items. So I did some like little skateboards and just some little fun things that kind of indicate that it's for a younger sim rather than like an elder sim. But I really do love this little area. I do just have like a little computer computer on the desk, and then I do also just have a little bookcase as well. And now I'm actually just going to finish up this little area, and I just add some little paintings onto the wall. And now I'm moving on into the bathroom. So the bathroom is just very short and sweet. In here we just have the bath and shower duo because I wanted your Sims to have both options, and there was a space for it, and so I always prefer, if I can, to use that object instead of just a single shower. And we also do just have a sink and toilet, and then I just use the Parenthood sink, and I just kind of clutter that up with loads of different objects on top of it. So some like toothbrush and some soap and some earbuds and all different kind of thing, or cotton buds. I know people call them cotton buds in some places, I know them as earbuds. But now moving on, I'm now started finishing the bedroom. So in the bedroom we do just have a double bed. I used the cats and dogs one, and I really wanted it to be like a vibrant colour. I wanted to use something with loads of colours to kind of show the age indication, so I do just use the cats and dogs one, and then I also just use this Parenthood dresser as well because I kind of felt like it was a little bit younger, and it kind of indicates that it's got some books in it and just some more things for your Sims who are studying at university to kind of use. But I do just clutter this up as well with loads of different objects, some flowers, some more books, and just loads of different like multiple clutter objects to make it look a little bit more lived in. But anyway guys, I'm actually going to end this voiceover here. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching me build this little student apartment, and as always, if you do like my content, then please subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in my next Sims 4 speedrunning video. Bye guys.